Hello. Thank you for joining us on another adventure here in real estate. We've got Tom Lusk with Atlantic Bay here today. Going to share a little bit about Atlantic Bay. Tell us about that company and what you guys do, maybe what makes you unique, Tom. I'll just let you go right ahead.
Well, I guess we started in 1996 and down in Virginia Beach.
Okay.
And Brian Mason, who is the CEO on this side of the state, and Brian Holland were friends and had been for years. And Brian Holland started the company. He worked for a big outfit. I think you might have heard of them. It's Bank of America.
Yeah.
And he decided that he could take their little model and just do it himself. And then he talked Brian Mason into coming down and looking at the business, and he joined. And Brian then subsequently talked to Tom Lusk and Tom Lusk and talked us into it. And we opened the office in Roanoke in August of '97. And we were back then, we were brokers. And when you're a broker, you take the loans and you would send it off to different lenders to get the loans done. And we have since grown, and in the 24 years that we've been at this, and we converted over to a bank just around that collapse time in 2008, and we're able to survive the events that happened, and a lot of banks didn't, as you know, back then. And we moved on to a bank. Mm-hmm. And we do all our own lending. We underwrite the loans, we close the loans, we fund the loans, and then after that's over with, just like the big banks do, we will sell that loan to Fannie and Freddie, and then keep the servicing rights, and the people will make their payments to what we call loan care, which is our servicing arm, and gives us a little bit of an advantage over some people, because we're able to underwrite to Fannie Freddie guidelines instead of another lender's guidelines, which will usually have a lot of overlays and require different things that you don't really need. And we try to keep it as streamlined as possible, which enables us to move loans in and out in less than 30 days for the most part on purchases. That's not unheard of for us to be able to do things less than 30 days if push comes to shove and a client needs it. And
sure.
I just recently had one that closed in, I think, 22 days, because they had a house that they were buying here in Franklin County, and we're going to have some family coming in to visit, and they were really wanting to have that house closed and funded and them in the house, so when the family came to town, they could entertain them in their new house, which we were able to accommodate, and that closed last Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. This day and time, under 30 days is that's very nice, very good from that standpoint. Help me let me understand. So in 96, 97, you guys, kind of how you got started. Today, you were in Roanoke in 97. Today you're in Wirtz, is that right? Where's your office at?
It's actually in Hardy.
Hardy, okay.
It's up in Westlake area. And I moved up, I'm thinking 1999, I moved up to the lake. And we were, at that point, trying to spread out a little bit. And we were in the Roanoke office, and Tom Lusk moved up to Pulaski in the Radford area, which is where he lives, and I was assigned to come to Smith Mountain Lake. So okay. I came up here, and I've been here ever since. And
were you kicking and screaming the whole time?
I was glad to get to Franklin County. Franklin County, I'm from West Virginia, so getting out of Roanoke was just fine with me. I just soon have a little country dirt under my feet. And,
I gotcha.
And working in the Franklin County area, I do work at the lake also, and do a lot of second homes and investment properties there. But I do a lot of first-time home buyers and the people off lake too. Sure. And I enjoy them all, and that's one of the things that's kept me in this business for as long as I have. It's just every person is a different set of circumstances, and you got to, it's never the same.
Sure.
It's always different, and in putting that puzzle together and getting them into the correct loan for them is what it's all about.
Okay. And so you have your office. How many offices does Atlantic Bay have? Is it?
Well, that's a good question, because it's ever evolving, and we've got, we started out, I think the first year that we were in business, we had a Christmas dinner, and the entire company was sitting at the same table. Now it was said about 15, 18 people. It was one table. But now when we have a Christmas party, we have to rent out an entire hotel with a whole floor of space for the company, because we're in Florida, we're in South Carolina, we're in Tennessee, of course Virginia is where we started, and that's our big state, North Carolina, West Virginia, and Tennessee. And I mean, we're just, every time I turn around, I go, oh, well, we're somewhere else.
There you go.
And who is this person? I've been around, I'm one of the dinosaurs. I've been around from the beginning and back when we were, and it's always been, I've got Brian Holland, he's the owner of the company. I've got his cell phone in my phone, and if I called him, he will answer the phone.
Yeah.
As he knows if I need something, and he'll get it for me. And it's just always been that kind of a company, and very employee oriented, and do a lot of things, unbelievable things that we do for our employees and for our customers.
So if I could, if you wanted folks to know one thing about Atlantic Bay, is it the customer focus, customer orientation is where you'd...
Well, that's what it's all about, and that gets us to the means to do the things that we also do. We do a lot of giving back. And, we've got AB Cares, which is something that we're quite proud of, that we really do a lot of things to help our communities out with illness was a big thing that we did back in the very beginning, and now we do a lot of other things oriented towards cancer patients. We do some things for the young kids that are suffering through cancer at very early ages. We've got some things. I'll let Karen go into that. She's a little more versed on all that than I am, but we all contribute back to the company, to different funds to allow us to do that, and the company throws down a ton of money to make those things happen, because we believe in giving back to the communities that have supported us, and with the business and the opportunity to do the loans for them. Okay.
Well, Tom, we sure appreciate your time here joining us today, and I guess until maybe another time we'll have a chance to draw in and pull out some of that knowledge that you've got through the years of experience that you've accumulated. But we appreciate you being here, and we'll look forward to having you back.
Okay, well, thank you.
So until then, we'll see you again on another adventure in real estate.